Hello everyone. There is many difference between private education and public education. For me, school are better way to build a good personality and self-confidence for the student. Also, the teacher make individual attention to all students because of their fewest number in the class. And the most important things is the balance program that helps students and don't push them to the stress to the same in the same time. Usually private schools are expensive, but they're a good organization and the teacher or the director are friendly and the equality and freedom between everyone is the same. That's why I encourage people to study in the private school to guarantee success.
In my opinion, there is no big difference between attending a public university or a private educational institution. Public universities are strictly run according to state regulation, plus most of the coursework is fairly. Private universities have independent and they use this fund to attract students who are academically gifted or who will add to the diversity of their student population. In my experience, the most obvious difference in the price. It's all over cost. Private universities are very most expensive than public universities. Thank you.
In my opinion, studying in private schools is better than studying in public schools. First, private schools keep their class sizes close to an average of 10 to 15 students. Second, you can be able to contribute to classroom discussion that foster learning. Third, most of private schools offer services and activities that the students may not be stressed. That's why public schools cannot be able to provide the same quality of education as private schools.
There are huge differences between public education and private education, but if you want the best for your child, you will definitely think about private schools. For several reasons that we can divide them into groups, quality and quantity. To start with the quantity, overcrowding public school is one of the most common complaints about public education system. A significant problem that inspires parents to seek private schools alternatives. 2. Because they do not use public funds, private schools are not restricted in their program development or curricula, as long as parents agree with the intellectual, philosophical, or religious basis brought to the curricula. This independence from government interference is seen as a great advantages of the private school over public school. Now we move on to quality. When you choose a private school, you give your child a specific peer group, whether that is based on discipline or religious background. That is perhaps understandable in that establishing the right peer groups early on can have profound effects later in life.
The difference between the public and the private university in Tunisia are around 3 points. The first one concerns the students. The smart and the brilliant students are in the public university, while the private university is made for those who didn't get their right choice and their orientation in the baccalaureate exam. So the second point concerns teachers. The best teachers are in the public university, while, sorry colleague, the teacher who didn't succeed the national exam for getting a trainer position are in the private university. The third point concerns the working and studying conditions, which are, of course, too much better in the private university. This is because students are paying a lot of money comparing to the public one. Finally, which is worth to be mentioned, the private university, studying in private university is more connected to the industry for getting jobs, but studying in the public university is more connected for continuing researches in other foreign lab or for joining other university around the world. Thank you.
Private schools have good reputation in global higher education institutions and provides various educational options and dedicated and well-trained teachers with many advanced degrees. Larger students have population in public schools may lead to decreased supervision and more bullying issues. Frequently, overcrowded schools and classrooms in public schools may decrease students' chance of getting extra attention and academic support needed. Finally, activity there is many activities and programs in private school like arts, sports, clubs and music.
Public school, private school. What's the difference? Which better? Question every student is asking and one answers. Well, for the private one, we certainly pay a lot of money to go in, while the public one we don't pay much. Besides, in the public school we don't find so many choices. We only find the necessary educations. We find medicine, mathematics, algebra, finance, economy. There is no extra choices. But with the private schools we have so many choices, and if you can afford the payments you have access, so you don't have to have big marks or to be the first on your class to go to the school. You just have to pay it. But most people confuse things. They think going to private school is an opportunity to abuse, to go whatever you want, or to never go at all and pass the year, to wear whatever you want, to talk however you want, to have some extra free time and pass the year. Well, it's not. That's the subject of a private school. We have private schools in our country to have extra choices, to give opportunities to our students, to our people, to go to school even if they have not very good marks. And that's it.
As a parent, I like having the option of private schools. I can go view the school, I can meet with the teachers and the staff, I can view the curriculum, and I like having different alternatives to my child's education.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be telling you about why I would choose a private education over public education. First, within private schools you have a smaller class size. This is very essential to your learning because it allows you to interact with your teacher more, giving you extra attention and support to your academic needs. There has been some studies that have actually shown that students that have attended a private school were more likely to move on to a university. Another big factor for this is private schools have a more flexible curriculum than public schools because they're not guided as much by government regulations and rules. These are just a few of the reasons why I would choose a private education over public education.